Yo, what's
What's
good, everybody? What's good,
happening?
everybody? It
What
is the
is
Kickback. It's your
happening?
host, SSJ Blackrod, aka the Great One, aka Mr. Muckluck, and I'm here with Sed, he's
That is the same.
caught him off guard. Yo, what's good, Sed? How you doing?
Hey man, living life to the fullest.
I see you
Uh,
looking dapper with the turtleneck. I feel like you're about to go reporting for us.
hey, don't tempt me. I got the one earpiece in. I can go live from the fireworks if you need me to. But if not, I'm locked in.
Hey, and we also have the foreign mommy. How you doing?
Yo, I'm doing great. How are you, Chris?
I'm good. I'm full. I am relaxed. I've had the day off, so
Mm,
shout out to me having a day off.
What you eat,
Um,
Chris?
mm,
I need these
that.
days. I need these type of days. But shout out to my boy Sed with the potato salad.
Hey, the potato salad was crazy. Potato
Y'all
salad.
have potato salad?
Yeah, I made potato salad. It was top. Not what the studio audience said it was top tier. Uh, you gonna put you on the toilet? That's a good potato salad, man.
That's a good potato salad. When you're like,
Yeah,
yo,
True.
when you know
you can
that you're gonna
feel it.
get the itis,
Hmm.
Mm.
and when you know like your bowel movements are gonna be like,
It did what it needed to
You
do. You
be
know what I'm
you be
saying? The
hearing that
edge
yeah,
shit
needed.
bubble? You be hearing that
You
shit
be
bubble make noises? Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel it in
It's
your
about that
lower
time.
stomach. That's what it is. Like the rest of the
Hell
food
yeah.
up here, the potato salad
Hmm.
sitting in your lower stomach. You know it's about to come out. Yeah. Enough about the potato salad though.
but But I mean, so today's the fourth, and we did a poll. Which shout out to everyone that voted in the poll. I did the poll on the Facebook on my not Facebook page, but I did it on my Instagram profile.
Mm.
Um, I asked you guys. I asked, "Hey, are you celebrating the fourth this year?" And it was a split right down the middle, 50-50.
Hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm. 50-50.
So let's go around and
Hmm.
said I guess I guess we both can start. We didn't really, so we I feel like we didn't celebrate the fourth. We're not celebrating
No,
the act of America's independence because what
no.
independence, right?
So I'm a simple man, bro. Any day I can be off. Uh, I can chill at the crib, cook some food. It's an excuse to play some loud music and eat watermelon. You know what I'm saying? No racial. Uh, it's I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? It don't matter what the holiday is. Like some people don't celebrate Halloween because they like the demonic side of it. I'm gonna do it because it's just fun. You know what I mean? I did not have red, white, and blue on, as you can see. I didn't buy no fireworks. I just made some baked beans and potato salad and chilled at the crib. So I don't know if I celebrated it, but I did cook food that I wouldn't have cooked on a regular Sunday. You know what I mean? So I don't really
I don't know, right? Like for me though, I think that's sort of regular food anyways. So
It's just cookout food.
It's
and
cookout food.
you said that, like let's talk about watermelon for a second because like I think as a collective we all like I fuck with watermelon, all right?
I love
Yeah.
watermelon.
I love watermelon. So like I think sometimes as like people we're like, we love watermelon, but we don't want to claim that because it's like a racial thing. F that. If you have watermelon, I want it.
Oh,
Just
God.
I just want a clip of Chris saying I love watermelon.
Clip it.
I just need that clip. But
Sound put it as a sound bite.
right, but I do agree. Like we was talking about something earlier today, Chris, where people be limiting themselves in terms of like they won't watch certain shows because it's childish or they don't do certain things because it's looked at a certain way. Honestly, you punishing yourself for no reason. To me,
They care about other people's opinions too much.
that's what we were saying. It really come down
I
to that.
love
People,
watermelon, bro. I could eat a whole watermelon in one sitting.
it's a difference though when Chris eat a piece of watermelon and you eat a
Why?
piece of watermelon.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but still, I'm just saying, as a whole, watermelon is great. But there's a lot of people who say it's like watered down, like diluted and stuff. I'm like,
It's
you
hydration.
you
Watermelon.
eating and drinking at the same time. Like, come on,
Right.
it's great. And when it's cold and it's like
I was
crazy.
telling him you get some tahini and put it on there.
I don't like tahini, but I mean, I hear where you coming from.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting seeing how. Oh wait, we didn't ask you. So Ashley,
Oh, yeah.
did you
Um,
did you celebrate?
yes and no. Like, my plan was to stay home all day, but then my mom called me. She was like, "I'm making burgers, hot dogs, corn, baked beans. Going in the pool." It's like might as well. But would you catch me like hosting something, having people come over? Probably not. But I'll join someone. Like I'll find somebody to like their house to go to. But doing it on my own. But everybody outside, the whole street, they popping fireworks.
Yeah, they're popping fireworks now. I'm like, I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it's going off outside.
That sound like
Mhm.
thunder.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
I think they got them big boxes with like the 30 shots because it's just going back to back to back to back.
Some people might be shooting. Not in your neighborhood, probably.
Yeah, no,
But
not
what
over here.
like at what point do you think people will like? Do you think there'll be like a movement where more people sort of be like, I'm not gonna like do anything because like I know that was like what I've seen like on social media. I think we weren't supposed to buy anything from like the third to the fifth or
Yeah,
something
they were
like that.
trying to do that
yeah.
that boycott with like the Roe v. Wade stuff too.
Yeah,
Trying to not. Yeah.
yeah. We sort of messed that up today. I went and bought some stuff today.
I didn't buy nothing. I went to somebody's house who bought stuff, but personally, I did not buy anything. Hmm. But as a collective, I feel like stuff like that, it sounds good, but people who actually do it, it's not. I don't feel like it's enough.
Yeah, so I guess that's sort of just leave it at that. So I guess celebrate Juneteenth, buy black and all that jazz. Let me
Absolutely.
pull up because we
What's up, Jaden?
yo, what's good, Jaden? Shout out to Jaden in the chat. I want to pull up if I could find my link. Here we go. Let's pull up. Am I the asshole?
Let me
'Cause
get
that was
serious.
that was that was
Let's
that was
do
that
it.
was fun. I'm gonna try and find a good one. Am am I the asshole for refusing to let my future baby half sibling live in the same room as me?
Nigga,
Mm,
what? Hold on, repeat that.
Future baby, half
Half
sibling.
sibling. Sister and
Oh,
my baby
so
cousin Tracy.
I don't know
this
about
is
that
great.
one.
No, keep
Am I the
going, keep going.
asshole for not tattooing my stepson's name on my arm with my kids' names? Hmm.
Mm,
I could. Ooh, let's. I guess we could start with that one because we
Yeah, let's
have
do
a
that
we
one.
have a we have a topic later on that we're going to sort of talk
yeah,
about
that's a good question.
with having baby
Mhm.
daddies and baby mamas and
Mhm.
all that drama.
Mhm.
All right, let me see if I can share this. I don't think I can. Here we go. I am
What's up, Mark?
36. I am 36M. My wife is 35F. So I guess 35 male. He's male. She's female. Bam.
Got
I
it.
have two kids from our first marriage, 9 months and seven. God, I'm reading this all wrong. 9M and 7F. So one boy, one girl.
Okay.
I have been married to my wife for 4 years and have had one daughter. She has an 8 month, not 8 month, an 8 month. Why did you write it this way? This is this
This
is
man is
confusing.
illiterate.
Nah,
Whoever
they
typed this,
they they send you up for failure for real, bro.
Yeah.
I bet.
She has a son from her first marriage. The kids all live with us. My kid's mother has visitations 1 weekend a month, and her son's dad isn't involved at all. I have the names of my oldest two kids tattooed on my arm, and I recently added the name of my youngest daughter. My wife and I were talking about the tattoo. She asked me if I tattoo my stepson's name around the same as our daughter's. I told her I have no intention of tattooing his name. She was shocked and asked me why, and I said I only have the names of my children tattooed. She said I am excluding her son, and he is part of this family too. I refused to tattoo his name and proceeded to only tattoo my daughter's name. My wife calls me all sorts of things. Am I the asshole?
You go ahead.
So how long they been together?
Let me see.
Because I feel like that plays a big part. Because if they've been together for a minute and the step kid has like the father has been in his life, like all his life, then I can understand where the mom comes. But then
So
again,
he was married to his wife for 4 years.
oh,
4
that's
years.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, nah, I don't think he's an asshole. I understand that why the wife is upset, but it's like,
So
I
what's
don't
the
know.
what's the time
That's
limit for you
sticky
then? At what
because
at
no,
what point?
it's not necessarily a time limit. It's like it would be just a role of that, like of the father in that kid's life. Like,
Mm.
does that kid look up to him as his dad, or whatever the case may be? Like, if if their previous father was not in this situation.
So we got Jawan. He
Yeah,
said, "Yeah, yes, because if that's your wife, her kids should also be your kids. It's clear that he doesn't consider the son his own."
right. Yeah, that's what I was about to get to.
I'm gonna
That
say from the other side, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you looking too deeply into it. It's a tattoo. My tattoos mean whatever I want them to mean. If I just want that on my arm in terms of my kids, then just because I'm not treating your son any differently don't mean the tattoo should mean anything deeply to you. Like it could be just something he envisioned that he wanted on his tattoo, and at this point you're trying to force him to change it. It technically ain't his kid, but is he saying that he treating the child worse or excluding him just because he didn't put him on the tattoo? That's kind of stretching if you
that's
really
how it's gonna be perceived, though.
proceed. I don't know the tattoo at, but I don't know who just coming up to this man looking at his
No, but
tattoo
I'm just
going,
saying, like the wife or the son, they gonna see that and they gonna perceive it as, well, you don't consider me one of your kids because you didn't put me on the tattoo.
well, I look at it as he
But
might have put him on there one day.
I was gonna say, but I feel like the theme of the tattoo is I guess his blood children, right?
Yeah,
His children.
Mm,
So
yeah,
I feel like maybe adding the daughter because like that's like a blood child, sure, but maybe after I'm gonna say after a couple of years, but like maybe if him and the stepson really grow like really close,
that's what I was about to say. Yeah,
I feel like that could
like
be something that could be. I guess I don't want to say it's earned. I guess it is. It's considered something
it
earned,
is
right?
because you have to feel. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. He probably could have added him someday, and fireworks right there. So he
mm,
could have probably added it one day, but for you to react negatively and call him names because he didn't do it, that's not gonna
yeah,
help the case. That's
that's
not
a
gonna
sticky
make me
situation.
want. Yeah, like you're forcing me to do it at that point. You're not allowing me to realize that maybe I should do this and to understand that I'm treating him like my child, so I can add it to the tattoo. You're gonna have a negative impact on it to the point where my man's like, you know what? F you, F your child. I ain't getting nothing tattooed on me. That's the reaction you could get, and because you wouldn't just let him naturally figure that out on his own.
Okay, so I have a new one. Am I
Good.
the asshole for firing my best friend, even though I knew she depended on this job to pay bills and take care of her kids?
Continue. I like
I,
this one already.
I think this one says it in the title, but
Hey man,
all right.
business
And
is
know
business.
what's funny? Like at the very top, she wrote, "Yes, the title makes me sound like an asshole." So at least she knows going
Mm.
into it. All
No,
right.
fact. Go ahead.
So she's 34. She owns a salon, and her best friend Kendra, they go all the way back to like elementary school.
Damn.
So this is like this is like a really good friend, I guess. Oh, she
Hmm.
said best friend. So all right, we went. They even went to cosmetology school together. So
Mm.
they grew up together. Which during this time she was pregnant. Shortly after she moved away with her now husband to another
Mm.
state. A year ago, she mentioned that she was moving back home. So she just happens to have a booth open for her salon. So she gives it to her. Um, her and her family moved back. Her grandfather's health has deteriorated, so she's taken a leave of absence as it's at this time. So she was out of town. On the day of the funeral, she received a call from one of the stylists saying that Kendra was doing hair for the last couple of weeks, which was news to me. Wait, so what's wrong with that? They got into a big argument about her not having a license on display, which was a requirement at the shop. Okay, so I guess
Oh,
it was one of those situations. She admits that she gave Kendra more leverage than she should have because she was her best friend. She should have taken a word that her license was being transferred prior to moving, which I guess that didn't happen. Everyone was pitching a bitch fit, so she ended up taking a 6 hour drive back after the funeral, which made her angry because she wasn't able to grieve in peace. I'm trying to like paraphrase through this because it's a
Yeah,
lot.
cause yeah, Shorty going into deep detail.
Yeah, she's going into a lot of details. But oh dang, so she realized that the license that was displayed on her booth was a fake.
Oh,
Mm. Shorty Aaron Rodgers did.
Yeah, yeah. So Kendra's not talking to her, and honestly, she feels like she didn't. She feels like she didn't even work at the shop. She feels like she didn't make enough as a receptionist to cover her bills. Did she handle this wrong? I don't know. I
so
That shit made me more confused than the title, bro.
hold on.
yeah.
So basically, best friend wasn't holding up her end as far as being an employee, is what it sounded like, right?
Hmm.
So
And she
that's
went
that's one
certified.
thing. Yeah, so that's one thing where I truly believe that you shouldn't mix business with friends or family unless y'all have a true like contract paperwork type situation on an understanding of how y'all gonna run things. It can get ugly real fast because they're gonna expect you to treat them a certain way because they've known you for how long. But then they gotta realize you're running a business here. Can't have personal relationships because that's gonna affect the business. So I don't think she's an asshole because she's doing what's best for her business. At the end of the day, she's not somebody that's contributing to her business in a positive way. So she had to do what she had to do. And you can handle the personal things, with the funeral and everything. I understand, but it's like, girl, I have a business to handle. This is what's paying my bills, and you're deteriorating it. So yeah.
How much you,
If you
Cedric?
ask
How you
me,
feel?
I'm big on business is business. You know what I mean? I was, I'm saying that major, but I was assistant manager for like a couple of years, and I had to learn. I like you, I want you to stay, but you're making my job hard because you ain't doing your job. You feel what I'm saying? I'm big on if you ain't doing your job, you making my job harder. You ain't helping me. So I kind of separate the emotions out of it. Like I've told people, I ain't here to be your friend. When it comes to making the money, that's all that matters. If me and you can't agree, that's cool. We ain't got to
Well,
work
your
together.
manager.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to work together because I
I
don't
ain't here to
believe
be
in
friends.
managers have to be. You ain't got to be rude to your associates, and it don't seem like she was being rude. She was doing too much. That's what it
Mhm.
sounded like. Like she was allowing her to get away with certain things. So it's a difference between being strict as an employee and being rude because we family. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be rude, but sometimes you got to tell her, "Hey, you slacking. Let me get you to." You know what I'm saying? I don't work with family. I didn't have to tell them, "Hey, my boy, let me talk to you real quick.
Mhm.
What you doing over there? You ain't really cutting it. Like we family. I ain't trying to let you go, but you need to do better. And they gotta either respect that or they gotta leave. That's
Mhm.
really it. So I think she was being too loose. You know what I'm saying? Too
Mhm.
like I can't say you're an asshole,
Giving
but
her a lot of leverage.
what I gotta say is if you fired her and you ain't tell her and you knew that that's how she was paying her bills, that's kind of fucked up. Like you
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
have you could have been like, hey, look, you're not supposed to spend 2 weeks. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks. I'm letting you know about 2 weeks from now you fired. I'm gonna need you to find another job. I'll help you, but you can't work here. Like
Yeah.
that's the respectable way to go about it. If you just went and said you fired, go home, and she had to figure it out from there, that's kind of messed up.
Mhm.
Nah, I agree with y'all. I think
Yeah.
there's you have to be able to separate things, be able to
Hmm.
separate, I guess, like work from leisure and everything. Some people can't.
Mhm.
A lot it's like it's a blurred line for a lot of people.
Hmm.
So it's messy. It's messy having to have to deal with that. But you want to talk about something else that's messy? This was a segment that I wanted to add. I think last week or the week after. No, it was last
Hmm.
week. But I was like, we're talking about like Roe v. Wade. I don't know if I should be talking about HBCU confessions on Twitter. Have y'all ever been on that profile?
I have. I've seen it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wait,
So
have I
On
been
Twitter.
on it or seen it?
like seen it.
Okay, yeah, I seen
On Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's.
Hmm.
I sort of wanted to go through like their Twitter feed and just read a couple and sort of see what you guys just get your reactions off of it. All right, so here's one.
I got
Um,
Dewan trying to argue with me.
That's what I was just reading. It
wait, what
makes
happened?
sense.
No,
He
you can add
said
Dewan's
he
comment
said
and then
if
rejudge it.
yeah.
Let's see. But if she didn't have valid paperwork and you just found out, now keeping her liable because you're complicit. Mm.
Hmm.
So you
Because
can't just give her
owner
2 weeks.
going
Yeah,
facts.
that's a very valid point.
Because it's
I
gonna
feel
come back
you.
on her for being the business owner. Like, why you didn't make sure that she was, certified to be doing this, and if something was to happen to a client, it's gonna be her fault, not the girl who did the hair.
But in response to that, if you pay attention to the story, it sounds like she was hired as a secretary, and the only reason she was doing hair because boss lady was out of town, and it was
Oh,
they reported that news back to her. So you can
Hmm.
still keep it as a secretary for the 2 weeks. So that's why it comes back to you. You might be an asshole. Yeah, that's what.
man,
That's
what?
the
Go ahead, Chris.
answer. All
All
right,
right,
go ahead, Chris.
H-
Read your shit.
HBCU confessions. Here's one. I love my girlfriend, but I'm not sexually attracted to her. Shit's got me
Yeah.
scared because I come from a long line of men who happily chose to cheat. That's the
That's
tweet.
it.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
God damn. Yeah, that first sentence stopped me back. I
Okay.
love my girlfriend, but I'm not attracted to her sexually. But he don't want to cheat.
That's that's just one of those situations. You just gotta leave. If you feel like you're really a good person, don't do that to another person. Don't cheat.
No, that's it. It ain't no question. Like you got to have that conversation. Maybe it's some. I feel like if the spark in the bedroom is gone, you have a conversation. It may be something both parties can do to recreate it. Uh, and at the end of the day, if it's not, at least you try and you didn't just cheat or just make up that decision on your own. Could have said something. That person, they could have realized, either they got out of shape. And I ain't saying you come about them and say it that way. It could be that. It could be she ain't trying to be sexy. It could be just him. It could be just he ain't attracted to her anymore. But usually it's a reason why. Usually don't be attracted to somebody and then not, and it's just like you woke up one day and you was like, I don't really fuck with how you look. It usually is something like of a process. So y'all, I feel
So
like you just gotta have a conversation.
actually, what's the flip on what's the female perspective on that situation? You're not attracted to your boyfriend. How do you? What do you? What's your thought process on that?
Um. Oh man, I would definitely have a conversation about it.
Well,
That's
what's that
just like
conversation? It's like
Yeah,
nigga,
what's
you
the
ugly.
conversation?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like if
yeah.
It's like, yo,
I
you
ain't fucking
fit.
with you.
You fit. It's like you have no fit.
honest,
Like what?
honestly, I probably if I was in that situation, I don't. It would okay. It would depend what it is that I lost attraction to. Like Cedric was saying, like if he like either let his health get out of control or he stopped taking care of himself, stuff like that. It's either I would one address that to him and like address my concerns, like see what's going on or whatever the case may be. If nothing changes, I'd probably just make my mind up because at that point I'm gonna be attracted to other people. So it's like
Mm.
if I already talked to you about it, we had the conversation and nothing's really changing. I'm gonna want to be attracted to somebody else. So at the end of the day, it's probably gonna end up in a breakup, and the reason being is because of that. Now, you can't. There's always other parts though. Like it could be this person might be losing their attractiveness, but they check off all the other things. So
That's what I was about to say. Like they
it's
said
like
they
what are
love
you
their
willing to
girlfriend,
lose?
so that
Yeah,
means they love her, just sexually they're not attracted.
right.
So if
So
you're
it sounded like
saying
he's tempted to go cheat. Is what it is. Like he want to stay with her, but he gonna end up cheating on her. Is what it is. So it's like
so, is that how it is in today's world? That if you're not attracted to somebody sexually, you can't be with them.
I feel like that plays a big part.
It's a big part, but it's like if you saying that comes down to like if somebody is perfect for you in every aspect except for sex,
Hmm.
can you be in a relationship with them?
Personally, no.
Chris?
Somebody else might not be able to. I
Oh
mean,
wait,
they
okay.
may be able to.
I was reading ahead. What was the question?
If if you get with somebody, you know how you can talk to somebody before you have sex with them for a couple months,
Mm-hmm.
and you vibe with her, check off every box, then you get to have sex with the person, it's just not it. Like, could you still be with them?
You said they check off like every box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but the
it's
only thing they don't
sexually,
check
it's
off
just
is the sex part
it's
or
like
your attractiveness to them.
a hard no, or even
They
just the sex in general.
if so, I think the question that's like a subjective question, but like
Mm.
in a sense, if they check off every other box, then yeah, I can still stay with them.
Well, because I'm
It's the,
saying if he's saying he love her, then she should be like. If you're saying I love everything about you, I'm just not attracted to you sexually. That's basically what that is, right?
Yeah,
mhm.
You
I
can't work
could
through that.
I could work
It's
through
to
that.
each their own. It's
Yeah,
to each
It's
their
crazy
own.
because if it was flipped, motherfuckers would be cool with that. Somebody that checks every sexual box, but just everything else is kind of eh.
exactly.
They'll be
And
cool with
people
that relationship.
and people are quick to be like, oh
No,
yeah,
I'm not saying personal. I can ask y'all, but I'm saying it's a lot of relationships like that. It's a lot of
Yeah,
them
I
like
guess
that.
that's that toxic. You know why? It's because whenever they have sex, that's the closest. That's when they feel the closest to each other,
Yeah.
and that's why they stay together. That shit
Well, that's
toxic.
see, but that's toxic because like every other box is unchecked. I don't know about that.
Exactly. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. That I was reading something one day where it said like where girls love to stay, or I was saying anybody, but mainly girls love to stay in like these situationships with men, because the only time that they have that intimacy or that closeness with that person is when they're having sex. Arguing all the other times, but the only time that they feel close to that person is when they have sex. So that's why they can't leave them alone because like they know that they can get that sense of connection when they're having sex. So
Sounds
I
like
didn't even
that's not
realize
love.
Shayla had come. What's up,
mhm.
Shayla? What's up, Shayla?
That's what I said. It's to each their own. Some people, being attracted to their partner, having uh, good sex with their partner is something that's very important to them. To other people, is not as important. So it just depends on what you prefer, what you want in somebody.
All right, I got another one. He calls me when he's drunk and when he needs something, but we're not back together. What does that mean?
That man love you. That's what it means. First of all, we're gonna stick at the drunk part. Everybody know if a girl call you when she drunk, you her number one nigga.
Yeah, it's a girl though.
Okay, what I'm
I feel
saying
like
is
on
it's opposite saying.
really.
It depends on if she's the first call. We gotta figure that out. We gotta figure that out. Girls have one nigga that they gonna blow up their phone.
That's all they be thinking
Dudes,
about.
dudes gonna call that first one first. And if she just don't pick up after you call a couple of times, all right, I'm gonna see who else I can call. If you single and you like, but if you're in a relationship, she said they not together, right?
Yeah, they're not together.
Yeah, so it depends on. We got to figure out his phone call. If she
Mm,
was first, he loved
we gotta
her.
find out what number she
Yeah,
lands on
if
that
she was
list.
fourth, it was just because nobody picking up that night.
I don't know.
But she said always, so she was first.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Think about it. That's real love, man. That man love you. He just don't know how to say it.
Ashley, you want to answer it? What does that mean?
I was gonna say what Shayla just said. I feel like my initial
That's not let me
reaction
look
was
at
he
it.
might be like taking advantage but it just depends. I need a little more detail than that. But it could also be what Cedric said. It could, when you get drunk, you think about one person, and that one person
That's
is
the
who
one
you
you really
call.
missed.
Yeah,
But
All right,
Shayla
here's
right though. It could be that too, because those are two
it could
situations where
be.
you
It
need
could.
somebody by your side. So
And she be
it's
answering the phone. He know that
yeah.
if he call, she gonna answer.
So they both thinking about each other. They just need to stop playing.
toxic.
That is,
Toxic.
but only because both of them can't commit. If they could commit, it would have been over with by now.
All right, here's
Go
one.
ahead,
Here's
man.
one. So I have a friend who can't stop eating Tide Pods. Like every time I buy some for my clothes, I always catch her eating them.
There's no way they're being serious. There's no way.
Go ahead, bro.
I feel like I feel like we all like we've all at least met one person, not someone eating Tide Pods. I haven't met
Oh,
anyone that's eating Tide Pods, but people that just like
Hmm.
do weird stuff.
absolutely.
That's weird though. Tide
I
I
mean,
Pods.
had
I don't know. The weirdest thing, I know this girl used to eat starch, but I feel like a lot of people do that. I don't
like
know.
cornstarch.
Like starch, like she'll get starch, put it on a sheet of paper. Like we used to have home ec. She'll put it on a sheet of paper and it just be like eating it.
That's what's that show? Or it used to be
Out
like
of the weird obsession.
my crazy addiction or something, my weird addiction,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, that's she should have been on that show.
Shell is a mental facility that sounds suicidal. Okay, Dr. Seuss.
Absolutely.
Dang.
All right, I'm trying to
I
pull up.
knew from that show, I knew somebody that used to eat Febreze. They used to just
Wait,
spray the shit in their mouth.
really?
Yeah, it was on that My Weird Addiction. Somebody used to eat the cushion out of a seat. They used to just be stealing that shit out the seat and eating it like cheeses. Not even joking, bro. I was watching some of those. They just be little clips on Facebook.
Yeah,
Like
man.
the stuffing out of a seat is crazy. Like what you eat, like what you enjoying out of that. No flavor. It's just blood, sweat, and
It was
cushion.
somebody that enjoyed eating what was it? It was either dirt or rocks or something.
Was it white dirt?
Sand,
I
maybe.
know some them folk from the south. They love some white dirt. Shayla said True Life. Okay,
Oh,
man. That white dirt. I know people in my family. They'll eat that shit till I don't even know what it is. It's just like dirt, but it's like it crumbles. But they'll just buy it, eat it, and just sit there. I don't know. That's some country shit. I don't know.
All right, I got the last one. The last one. All right,
Go ahead, girl.
me and one of the drum majors have been talking since freshman year, and I think it's time
Mm.
we pop out as a couple. He doesn't want to though because he's DL. Any advice?
Mm.
he doesn't want to because he's DL,
He's down. He's down low.
right? Um, nah, that would have been a red flag. Red flag on the play for me. Mm-mm. Because why?
Down low as in gay or down low as in he just want to keep it low key?
Keep it low key, I'm sure.
Oh, okay, okay,
That's what I'm saying.
okay.
Playing. He playing with me. Mm-mm. Nope. Next.
Mm,
She said football player?
that's what. That's what.
Drum line,
No,
right?
yeah,
Drum
drum
line?
major. Yeah, drum major.
Drum major. And he want to keep it low key. So she basically ready to lock it in and he ain't.
Right.
So I don't feel like you can either leave, but you got to
Leave.
have a just conversation and see why. Like what's holding you back.
Yeah.
And
He
then you
probably
can
gonna
leave.
have some bullshit excuse though.
If you got some bullshit excuse, then you leave. If he got an actual reason in terms of why he ain't ready to commit, then you can hear him out and then make your decision. I just feel like folks don't be like to talk about stuff. They just like to let it flow. And
I do. I
they'll
do.
just kind of read and react instead of just being like, boom, let me ask you about that real quick. And then you get your
Mm.
answer and you can dip or you can be like, that's cool.
Nah.
People be
You always
overthinking
ask
stuff.
somebody what they be trying to do. They be like, I'm just trying to go with the flow. Mm-mm. We're not doing that over here. No sir.
It's a waste of time. I just like I feel like I'm selective. So I feel like if we're like both vibing in that way, like it's got to be like a we
Exactly.
we know what we're like. We know what we want. It's not like a guessing thing. I hate the guessing. Like, are we? Aren't we? What are we? Like, no, ain't no
Mm-mm.
time. You ain't got time for that.
Clear intentions from the jump. I'm looking for blank. That's what I'm working towards. If you trying to do that, bet let's do it. If you're not, cool. Catch you in another time.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into our hot takes for this week. Let's start off with like these NBA trades that have been like going crazy. Like there's a lot of talk on Twitter about Kevin Durant being traded.
Hey man, I'm getting in right now from Adrian Wojnarowski. Hey, they saying they trying to put a package together for Kevin Durant, but most of the teams aren't willing to give up their superstar. Um, it makes sense in terms of trades for the Brooklyn Nets because you're gonna give up Kevin Durant. I think top three is like you can't even argue top less than top five player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You you want another superstar in return. But the whole point is they trying to team they superstars up with Kevin Durant. So it's kind of like everybody. Now, if the Warriors are willing to give up their role players, they could get them back. But they talking about they have to give up Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole. They give up Jordan Poole, I might shed a tear. I'm not even joking.
Really?
I might shed. Yeah, I might shed a tear just because that's baby stuff, and you just gonna take him away to get Kevin Durant back. No, I wouldn't do it. But it's a tough situation when a superstar getting traded instead of them just walking because they just picking a team at that point. As opposed to now, he got to wait for somebody to get picked, and he can get sent somewhere that he don't want to play
So
because he getting traded.
where would you, in like the perfect world, where would you want to see Kevin Durant? Well, I mean, I guess the
Me?
Warriors, right? Yeah.
No. Actually,
No?
no. I'm not selfish. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want. It gets boring if your team is automatically expected to win. You just get nervous when they about to lose. As opposed to if you're in the mix, you can enjoy the ride. So I wouldn't want to go back to the Warriors. That'd be boring. Uh, in terms of a team that would be good, I have to I have to say either Miami Heat. I feel like him and Jimmy Butler would be crazy. I
That
really
would be
want to
pretty
see him
cool.
go play with Dame. I don't care where, but him and Damian Lillard together, that'd just be beautiful to watch to me. Like those two of the most precise scorers. And as Juwan said, you would be basically gutting your team for Durant, but everybody you would be getting rid of, Durant basically can feel that
Yeah.
pretty much.
And I think finding him like a good package, that's true. It's gonna be pretty hard to do.
Yeah, but I think most of them folks are willing to give up the next 5 to 10 years for 2 or 3 years of really shooting your shot at a championship. Because you got
Mm-hmm.
Durant, you top three team in the league, you expected to win. And I feel like you got a real good shot, somebody get hurt, you can win a challenge. Man, they really going crazy out of these fireworks, man. They'll be doing the fireworks for the next 30 minutes, I'm being told, but right after that, they should be done. But I know you make a decision, Chris, and I can ask you this. In terms of anything in life, if
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you you had 2 years in this situation where you can make $1 million, 2 years, it's a chance you can make $1 million. Chance you won't, but you got a real good chance. And in this situation, you got 5 to 10 years of possibly invested and hitting to the point we make it. It's not more guaranteed, but you have better scenarios, like more opportunities.
Am
This
I
one is like the lottery. You got a good chance. Like if they told you had a good chance of winning the lottery, would you play it? Like not
good
the
chance to
normal
win it?
percentages, not a normal percentage, a really good chance. Would you play it?
Yeah, I'll play it.
You'll go for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of them saying you have a chance to possibly make. And I think I saw a post on Twitter that said, "Would you work 80 hours a week for 3 years and make $1 million a year, or would you work 20 hours a week and make 900,000 in a year?"
So would I work less to make close to amount the same of money? Like close to the
Yeah,
same
20
amount of money?
hours a week. You can work 20
Yeah.
hours a week for the next 5 years and you make 900,000 a year, or you can work
Okay.
80 hours a week and make $1 million.
It's 20 hours.
Yeah, I'm
And
agree.
you're gonna take the 20 hours, right? Make 900. But
Yeah.
if you make $1 million a year, you live in a whole. It's really like a different stature,
He said 900,000, right?
right?
So that's only $100,000 difference to work double the
Facts.
effort.
Yeah.
I'm just, I just asked you what the thing said.
Give me the 20. Yeah, give me the 20 hours.
No,
Talking
I think
like
it might actually. You know what? You're right. I think it might have been 90,000.
90,000.
So it might have been a little different. 'Cause 900 would be too close. So my fault. 90.
So
90,000.
90,000 or a million.
Yeah, because you would
And
work obviously 4 times the right, but you can make that and keep make you can
and
make a
it's
decent living. And
how
you only
long
working 20 hours a week
how long am I working this hard for?
until you decide to retire.
So I'm making $1 million a year. I'm working
Yeah,
80 hours a week, right?
yeah.
That's crazy.
I think I could do that for a year or two.
I think you only have to do it for like 3 years max, and
Yeah,
then you
just to
could,
lock in. Yeah.
if you really lined it up right, 3 years and you good. As
So
opposed to other
but
person to kind of chill.
so this is also coming to the person that like I already work a full-time job. That's 40
Hmm.
hours. I do like this content creation stuff, which is like honestly like another full-time job.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And then up until recently, I had like another part time job. So if I could make $1 million to like do everything I'm doing right now, then yeah, I could do that.
But that's what it comes down to, where it's like
But
you
at the same
basically
time,
betting on yourself for a couple of years.
everything that I'm doing right now, like my like mental health is like it's sometimes it deteriorates. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
So you
making that
betting on it.
money,
It's
yeah,
gonna come with a sacrifice.
100%. But if you can do it for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Brandon? Shout out to Brandon. You know what I'm saying? I try to miss the chat. But it really locks in. So that's why it comes back with the package. It's like, boom, you could go really hard and try to win it all, or you could play it safe and just chill for a couple of years and possibly, you know what I'm saying, hit. You never know.
yeah.
So it's that. And then last, I ain't going to talk to the trades too much. Kyrie Irving's supposed to be going to the Lakers. Lakers fan have been hearing about this for the last week and still ain't seen no progress. So I don't know what's
See what
taking so
happens.
long. You might get some fireworks tonight, and they might hit and just say Durant going to Golden State Warriors. I'm just gonna use them as an example, and then Kyrie might go to the Lakers. You never know.
Yep. All right,
That's all I
so
got over here, Chris.
next story. Delta has offered customers up to 10K to give up their seats on an overbooked flight. That's nuts. That's crazy. So
Great.
if you if you guys have been traveling lately, there's like a lot of overbooked flights. There's a lot of pilots going on strike. It's sort of like a toss up traveling by air now.
Hmm.
Um, I've actually been. I say this now, but I've been lucky. The past couple of
Hmm.
times I've had to fly where everything has been like straightforward and good, but not. I mean, that I guess with situations like this, what like so if you were in this position, if you're trying to make it home from wherever you're at, and Delta was like, "Let me give you 10K to give up your seat," would you do it?
Absolutely.
Yes,
100%.
yes.
Whatever I had planned to do when I got back home is gonna have to wait.
10K, bro. I saw the story. The dude that confirmed it. He apparently said he was on there. They offered it. They said it was 5K at first, but nobody went really jumping, so they swapped it to 10. And he said his wife was visually impaired, so he's always by her side. And she didn't really know what was going on. And so by the time they really realized, he said the folks had already. I said, man, that woman would have been all right. I would have been to raise my hand. He said 'cause they didn't know it was gonna be 8 people. It was 8 people they chose. They didn't say how many. They just kind of asked. And the first eight, I
Oh,
guess, was
okay.
kind of like boom, boom, boom. All right, that's it. Y'all good.
Oh
So
wait, but she was visually impaired, so she didn't see it.
So he said he didn't know what was going on at first. They said it, but he didn't really know. It takes him in the process of people talking about. And
Yeah.
then he said he couldn't leave her because she was visually impaired, so he would have had to get her to bring her to it. I said, man, I would have went up there and tried to see what's up. I would have said, baby, just stay right here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would have tried to do something, but that's 10 bands, bro. Like she would have been all right. I
Free.
seen people
Like you don't have to
saying
do nothing.
I saw tweets saying I would have been explaining to my fiance why I didn't make it to the wedding. Like
Oh God.
I'm slipping off, bro. 10 bands. I'm
Yeah.
slipping off. I'm. I'll
Like
take
it's
that.
just easy like that. All I gotta do is wait for the next flight. You go give me $10,000. Absolutely, I'll wait for that next flight.
Now
That's
somebody
fine.
said they was gonna do it in flying credits or whatever. That's what some people on Twitter was talking about.
So
I
wait,
guess if you
but I
travel a
thought.
lot, then yeah.
Travel
It,
credit, yeah.
oh, so wait, was it travel credits or was it actual like hour? Because
I,
I
I
heard this instance it was money, right?
yeah, I believe it was cash. But I know some people were going back and forth on if it was travel credit. And how mad would you be?
Oh, if like they like at the end of it made it travel credits.
I
I
wouldn't have
mean,
taken it. Then. Yeah, I'd be pissed off.
travel
'Cause I don't
credits like
travel like that.
I want to travel like that. So
Right.
still having like $10,000 in travel credit, I'll take that.
It's like basically free transportation for a little second. Like if you got a
True.
weekend off, you could just be like, "Yo, I ain't got to pay for this flight. I'll just go boom." You feel me?
Yeah, I I
Just
saw.
relax.
He said either way I'm taking it. Find me in Europe. That's what I'm talking about.
My boy
Hmm.
living life.
So that's an easy trip to Japan. All right.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Don't get into it. Go ahead,
But
Chris.
I want a flight that like business class. I forgot what it was. I think it was United. where like the seats, like you could like laying back, and it's like a
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
bed, and you got a TV and like a little station. I'm trying to fly like that one day,
See, I'm a simple nigga. I don't need all that. Just give
just
me
to
enough leg
experience it
room.
though.
Just give
Man,
me
no,
enough leg room,
just
bro. I
to,
flew
but
Frontier
just
and I
to
was sitting like this,
experience
bro.
it. That's because you gotta think if you
I
trying
look like a yearbook
to.
picture, bro. I was in there like this, bro. I couldn't even stretch
No,
out, bro.
but you
And they put
gotta
me
think
next to a
like
dude bigger than me.
if you fly in for like 10, 12 hours, like going across the world, sitting like that, nah. I'm trying to fly comfortably. So I would
I'm
like to
also
experience it.
I'm also I mean so I would love to experience that, but I'm also a simple nigga. And
Y'all
So,
crazy.
I can sleep, look, just give me a neck pillow, just
hey, Chris, peek the comment
like
real
that.
quick for me.
Oh,
That's
I
he's
fine.
joining the
don't
Mile
want
High
to peek,
Club
man.
under those conditions.
That
I
it got a little
don't-
door. You can close the door. You can press a little
Not a
do not
pod.
disturb button.
See, that's the problem, nigga. I've been seeing too many tweets going around where people are doing inappropriate activities in public places, bro. I seen one was in Jersey, I think, where they was at a steakhouse,
A
bro, like a
steakhouse?
bougie steakhouse, and it was just a video of him clapping some cheeks, bro, in the booth. I said, y'all don't know what was going on in the steakhouse where nobody saw them setting up to do this, but it was a little short video them at a steakhouse, and he had the little Snapchat filter where it shows you where he at over it, so they knew exactly what steakhouse it was. It was a video of these folks at
That's
the movie
wild.
theater, and they was just laying. This is disgusting to me. Dudes had his pants sorted out. They were just sitting there watching the movie with the cheeks out. I'm like, okay, you did what you did in the movie theater. The fact that y'all sitting there
Wow.
marinating in it with the cheeks out,
Not marinated.
that's crazy to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight back on, like, that's crazy to me. But I just think, I don't know, bro. I think people need to chill, man. Go home, go to a
So
hotel.
so
They do.
at what point while you're watching Lightyear and you see this couple next to you doing this, like at what point are you getting up and being like, hey y'all, like
Immediately.
there's people back in here,
Mm-mm. I'll
or
turn
are
the
you
flash on my camera and say, "Oh hell no, they over here."
Yeah.
that's that's what I'm gonna do. No, no, don't stop there. Go ahead. And then I guarantee you they don't keep going. You see what I'm saying? That's just that's the easiest way. You going to tell that I ain't trying to get nobody banned for our life, but it's like you hold on. Oh,
I
these
saw a
folks,
man
man.
fondling boobs at a reunion type event. What? Not at the
Bro,
reunion.
bro, I saw a dude. I'm not even joking, bro. I saw a dude reaching in the back of his wife's pants. They was standing outside the car, but she had on like baggy pants, so it made it even weirder. Like, you know what I'm saying? She had on like I ain't gonna say boot cuts, but it had a little space back there. Like at the
Okay.
back of her pockets was touching. So he was just reaching in the back of her pants, and like I was just like, they standing beside the car at a Kroger.
They couldn't wait.
Kroger is crazy.
That is crazy.
Hold
That's what I'm saying.
That's
They couldn't
wild.
wait.
on, oh, Shayla.
All right. Last hot take, last story. There was like so I guess Lil Duval got called out by one of the creators of P Valley. I don't know if you guys saw this story or saw like the tweet. Pretty much Lil Duval was I guess watching the show and was I guess he had like a homophobic tweet about the show, and the writer was like, "Yo, so like this stuff's gonna stay in the show. You just don't have to watch it." So how do you I want to ask you guys, what do you guys feel about like celebrities sort of giving like these like hot takes about I guess not I guess just in general, but along like this topic.
I
What do you guys
think
think about Lil Duval?
I think the writer had a great point. Like the writer said basically I think sometimes people watch stuff and they don't like it and they always feel like they need to go to social media and voice that they don't like it. And it kind of is, you could just not watch it. You could just be like, hey, I don't fool with this and watch something else. No one asked for you to go give your review, I guess. Like everybody want to be critic reviews and like they want to be, I guess, they want their opinion heard. So they feel like they have
Mm-hmm.
to put it out there. Especially people that got following.
Hmm.
They feel like they have to put what they feel out there. I don't know if now obviously when people say certain stuff, you can take it two different ways. That's why I don't really like tweets and texts. Like if you make a video and you voice how you don't like something that's gay or whatever, it could be taken one way because you actually say it in your facial expression. When you tweet something, it could be looked always as homophobic. But I mean, what he said, he didn't have to say it. He could have just watched something
Yeah.
else. Like, if you don't,
So I found the tweet. This is what he said. He said, "Yeah, P Valley lost me. They need a super gay advisory on movies like they got for everything else, because that's a lot to see if you're not used to it."
Mm.
like that's why I said with text, you can take that two ways. It's the fact that
Yeah.
you say super, you kind of stressing it when you say super. Like
So
something is
he's
just either gay or not. You gotta say
yeah.
super gay.
Yeah, I mean, so I can see what Shayla, she was saying that wasn't homophobic. He's pretty much saying that I guess there needs to be like an advisory that pops up
Mhm.
before you see certain things like that. Which I mean,
What
it's
are,
true
what were
that
they doing?
I think it was like a sex scene.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess it could have just been a general advisory as for like a sex scene. I don't feel like you needed to make it specific. Because at that
Yeah, how
point, I
y'all
can
feel
understand
about
why people would take it as him being homophobic. Because, like, it's just people having sex, but because it's the same sex, then you got a problem with it, type deal. That's probably what people got from it.
That's good. That's a good point.
it's a tough situation in that regard, bro. Because like the goal nowadays is to normalize, what I'm saying, heterosexual and homosexual, so that way people can feel comfortable feeling however they want to feel. But a lot of people are uncomfortable with seeing like two men showing displays of affection towards each other. Women, they don't really care about, to be honest with you. Uh, okay. So this way, they don't really care because it's like two women that folks find them attractive, but two men, it's like people get very uncomfortable. So I guess people are saying you should let me know if I'm signing up to see it, which I can understand both perspectives, but I think it's just when you say super gay, like you ain't really have to say super. I don't really know how something is gay, normal gay, and there's something that's super gay. That's why I feel like it was taken offensive. Because
See,
what does
but
super gay mean?
what Jawan said, that's making a good point. Because he said that if it was just a male on female type situation, then um,
Yeah,
nobody would have said anything.
I feel you. Hold on, who is this? This somebody on the line, bro.
Oh, shout out to Christian. I
I
appreciate
mean,
that, man.
Go ahead. What you
if
mean?
you aren't used to it, then it's just like that's a personal problem. I mean,
But,
I,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's people are gay, people are pansexual. They do all types of stuff. Like, and if you just aren't used to it, then you need to keep that to yourself because it's what people do.
Yeah, I think it
I don't
come
know.
back to what the writer said. You just ain't gotta watch the show. It's very simple.
Right.
It,
My solution to everything is if people would just mind their business and keep their comments to themselves, we'd all be good. It's like
If
you're saying, there's no reason for the comment.
Yeah, and I mean, there's definitely, like Juwan said, there was definitely like, I guess, homophobic undertones in the comment.
mm,
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know. There's like, do you? I don't think there's like, he's a comedian. So do you think it was just him trying to be funny, or because there's always that line of like, are they trying to be funny, or do they like really feel this way? Majority of the time, I feel like they really feel that way. So it's hard to
Hmm.
say,
mm.
oh, he's just like making a joke or whatnot. So. I don't know.
That's why you gotta
I,
stay away from them tweets, man. It's too many words, not enough audio.
yeah.
They get you caught up.
Yeah,
All right.
for sure.
So our last, our last, I guess, topic. We'll talk about that McDonald's video, that McDonald's baby mama, baby daddy drama that has just been, it's been everywhere. Everyone's been talking about this. So if you haven't seen it, there's a video. There's a TikTok of um a mom waiting for one of her baby daddies to come to bring food for their kid, but he only brings food for his kid. she has 3 other kids by other men, and she's upset that he didn't bring food for all of the kids. He only brought it for his kid. I'm gonna actually bring up I'm trying to pull up the video now. Let's see. There we go.
We have the video coming in 3.
Wait, can y'all hear it? Y'all see it? Oh, we gotta show it on the screen. There we go.
Oh yeah, there you
There we
go.
go. We're on the screen. Here we go. Feel like ESPN for real now.
3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring 1 thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids?
Can y'all hear
How
it?
come you can't feed my other
Yeah,
kids
we
at
can.
McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing 1 child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got 1 thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose.
Why she zooming in on my
To
man?
see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you.
So, real quick, let's talk about this. So, she's doing all this to expose him, right?
Yeah.
Did she,
Yeah.
did she realize that, like, I guess he pulled he didn't pull the Uno reverse card, but I think she pulled the Uno reverse card on herself. She's really exposing herself for, I don't know.
The biggest thing he said that she never responded to is, "Where they daddy at?" That's exactly what he said to her. And like she paused for a second and she just started back talking because he was like, "Why are you expecting?" And the difference is, I don't think they talk. I think it's just one of the baby daddies.
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. Like if they was together, or
Yeah.
if he just coming to take care of his kid.
But that goes back to the tattoo situation.
That don't look enough for
Yeah.
all
Go
my
ahead.
kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just 1 burger? 1 burger, 1 fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Dumb.
They ain't
Why
mine.
okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
That's exactly how
Them
he's
are
helping
his
him by
siblings,
getting
though.
food for him.
He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him eat.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I can't bring my son food? I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are their daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring 1, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting 1 child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What do
Yeah,
I look like? I bring
they're
my-
his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the f- I did.
Yeah.
That's the wild part.
Just join us.
Oh wait, I skipped the video, but that's wild.
Turn into a reaction.
Nah.
It's like I understand both sides, right? Like my mom was big on the don't buy for one if you're not gonna buy for all. But in terms of his situation, it's like he's literally trying to show up and take care of his son. You know what I mean? You cannot expect a man to, since he had kids with you and you had kids with other people, to always take care. Now he can. You can't force him. You know what I mean? You can't force him to take care of your other kids, especially if y'all not together. If y'all together, he may be more, all right, let me take care of these other kids because I'm watching it all of them type situation. Goes back to the tattoo situation. If y'all are together, like they married, then it's like you should be treating that as your child. If I'm not with you, you are the mother of my son. Them other kids don't matter as much. Like I can show up, boom, 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 call me Uncle Said, you know what I'm saying? But if I say, hey, tell my son to come outside real quick, we hop in the car, eat some food, he go back in, they don't know what he did unless they being nosy. So I feel like if she would have, like he said, tell him to come outside. I feel like that he could have did that, fed him. It ain't like he sent them in there with the food and they eat in front of everybody. But me, I probably would have got him a little small fry or something, a couple of
See,
nuggets.
and that's the side that I'm on, is that like if I'm in that situation, I'm also of the same, like my same
Mm-hmm.
upbringing of, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna get, food, like I know that there's gonna be other kids there, I'm gonna get for
Mm-hmm.
everybody. That's just because like I also like put myself in the shoes of like other people. So like, all right, how would I feel if my stepbrother got food and I'm sitting there hungry? As a kid, like they see that, and like kids pick up on things, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't want that kid to like just feel bad about a situation like that. So everyone's getting chicken nuggets. I'm buying the what, 20 piece. That's enough
Yeah.
for what,
But
three
see,
three three kids.
if I'm the kid and it's four kids, so you got three of them, I'm a simple man. If he got me a little combo meal, I'll take the Big Mac. Y'all can have the fries. They share the fries. I don't feel like nobody really losing on that. I get the burger because, you know what I'm saying? He brought it for me. But I fool with y'all. Y'all can have the fries, especially if it's large. You know what I'm saying? If it's large fry, y'all take that. But I would, if I'm the dude, I would have bought a little 10 to 20 piece and like get my son the meal. But I'm gonna give y'all some too. So y'all share a little 20 piece. Everybody can get like 6, 7 nuggets. That's a good amount. You feel what I'm saying? So
But I also feel like it's also something that I would want. Like I said, kids pick up on things. I would want the kids to sort of pick up on, hey, like we're, even though like we're step brothers and sisters, like we're still family and everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's like I want everyone to feel included. I want everyone to feel together. So kids, like they remember stuff like that. They'll remember you being the stepfather to do that, bring the food for everybody, and then the other stepfathers just being the ones that will just bring for their kid. So
it
you want to
all
leave a good you
it
want to leave a good impression.
also come
Yeah.
down to it sound like him and Mom Dude's baby mama don't get along, so he probably sent F them kids
That's
because
what
he F
I was
her.
about to say. From watching the video, the vibe that they was giving off, it seemed like that's not the first time that they get into something like that. So, from what I was picking up, it could be that, he's at a point where he's just trying to take care of his kid, and she probably pick and choose about every little thing to get on to him about. That's what I got from the video. But it's like, at the end of the day, he's taking care of his kid. That's his obligation. They're not together. So, I mean, I definitely understand, and I came up the same way with like, if I'm getting food, then I'm gonna be around people, and I should probably get some for everybody. And as children, they're just gonna see it as, well, he got food and I didn't get food. Why I didn't get food, type deal. But it's like, shit, don't be out here having multiple baby daddies. You won't have that problem. So,
Her
Let him take the
saying
son with him.
her saying you knew what you signed up for. Like that was a wild part. She knew what.
absolutely.
I mean, y'all gotta be more careful who you choose to have sex with.
At the end of the day, this isn't her fault.
And then
Why
like
you have
Jawan
multiple baby
said,
daddies?
if she could financially provide for the kids, then it wouldn't be an issue. Because it really come down to sometimes the women keep the children. Hey man, let him watch it the son. Then if he got to buy food for all the kids, he can just take the son, and then you got one less mouth to feed.
Hmm.
If he can buy, but if you got enough to buy a 20 piece from McDonald's, you might, so you might have a little money about yourself. Because most people going in there and they get the basics. You know what I mean? So if he got it like that, let him take the son with him. Great point, Jawan.
But that's all I got this week. Y'all got any conversations, any things from the internet that y'all want to talk about?
I mean, I
Uh,
mean,
from the internet, I'm mad nobody don't be. Chris, we need to start doing a little live call. People jump in and stuff. People be having a lot to say. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Get somebody on here. I just feel like though the last point with that. No, actually, let me give a shout out to Nintendo. If you ever want a game that you can play and you're a child at heart, you just want to have some fun, go get Nintendo Sports, Nintendo
that
Switch
shit's so
Sport.
fun.
I feel like if you just want something to play, I'm gonna give that a little advertisement. Nintendo sponsor us. Um, and also for party game recommendation, most people, they play the Temple Spades, they play Uno, Dominoes. Make sure you get a set of dominoes. Brandon, we're not doing a live call with you in it. I'm gonna let you know that right now, my good brother. If we did a live call, we wouldn't give you the link. You would be the only person not allowed to join. So the fact that you spelled
Damn.
live wrong and tried to say live call,
Lip
that proves
call.
why we're not giving you the link. I'm just letting you know that. But a good game of dominoes, man, or speed. If y'all ain't never played speed, learn how to play speed. I'll take any bets. You're welcome, Brandon. I'll take any bets in the game of speed. But other than that, man, hey, just follow me. Say it the second underscore in between. Follow at HTSA podcast. We be trying to post little stuff here and there. That's on YouTube. That's YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. You know, TikTok be tripping for some reason. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe trying to
Oh,
take everything down, and I don't.
oh. They be doing that to a lot of people though. Like every little thing they be trying to take people's videos down.
Like, come on, man.
no, I'm gonna have to find the terms and conditions for you to read. The
For real,
guidelines. Uh, Ashley, you got anything to shout out?
Um, not compared to what Cedric just did. Nah, we go
God,
home with we sport bowling. Yep,
we see the
as I
comments. We
mentioned,
see the
we
comments,
do,
man. Hey, but for real though, the switch sport, I'm
which
not
is
seeing the
fun. It can
ball.
get real competitive too, for real.
No, yeah, it's better than the Wii bowling though. They need to bring back the basketball. I was telling Chris that
The
because they
basketball
had the
was
little
dope.
basketball on the resort. They need to bring it out. They need to drop a little. What's it called? Yeah, shout out to Juwan for the shout out.
Oh yeah, shout
The
out.
They might drop a little DLC thing. That's what it is. I'll,
Yeah.
shout out to Brandon, man.
Shout out to
God
Brandon. Yeah.
damn, bro. God dang. All right, man. But they need to bring back the resort. That's what it is. They had the boxing.
Oh, we resort.
Yeah, because
Or
they had the
that
sports and the resort.
yeah, what was it? The airplane thing we had to fly and pop the balloons. Couldn't nobody beat me in that.
Hey, Chris,
Hmm.
Christian and Switch.
Yo, man, I wish I was making NFL money. When I make the NFL money, I'll buy you a Switch. Clip that.
All right, get that in writing. Get that in writing.
I was gonna say this is the visual. Yeah, just clip it, and then share it. Share the link. Share the podcast link of me
Yeah.
saying when I make this NFL money, I'll buy Christian a Switch.
Mhm. Yep.
All right, Chris, go ahead, do your thing, man.
All right, so appreciate you guys tuning in for for episode 8 of the Kickback. We have the Should I Play That Gaming podcast. That's going to be, I think I'm going to be doing a live episode this coming Wednesday on the YouTube page. So check that out. Check out the HCSA podcast. Their first episode is coming soon.
Mhm.
Coming
Yes,
soon. We
it
got,
should be dropping.
and yeah, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. So we'll catch you guys next time. Have fun, be safe, and stay out the sun. Use some sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Because when I came back from
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, your boy was peeling, and
Yeah.
God dang.
it felt
That
weird.
Puerto Rican sound different.
But I miss it.
Shut
I
up,
miss it
Brandon.
so much. Such a
Yeah.
good
That
time.
shit gonna get you.
Just wait for the next trip, bro. Just keep working. It's in the
Mhm.
mail.
Gotta work hard. All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.